Let me make it easier to see for y'all.
Because you go to a Catholic church, don't you? Or you've attended recently. You're interested in Catholicism, aren't you?
Sure.
All right. Are you familiar with their doctrines?
Somewhat.
Okay, you're familiar.
Their doctrines are very
how do they
deep.
regard Mary?
Why are you asking me that?
Because you're a Christian.
You say that. I haven't claimed that.
Oh, what is this? Is this Christians versus atheists?
I don't know.
You don't know where you are right now.
Don't be a smartass.
Well,
and I mean,
either you're a
'cause I
Christian
won't
or you're
talk
not.
to you if you're a smartass.
Oh, either you're a Christian or you're not. Which one is it?
I could be either of them, but I don't have to tell you.
I could be either of them, but I don't have to tell you. Oh, come on. Are you kidding? Listen, man. I can't with this. Jordan, what are you doing? You agree to sit down and have a debate on your claims? Answer the question, are you a Christian or not? It's quite simple. I don't have to tell you. What? Are we doing a debate or not? Are there presuppositions? Are we going to define the parameter? It's ridiculous.
You don't have to tell me. I was under the impression I was invited to talk to a Christian. Am I not talking to a Christian?
No, you were.
So Tim Pool has a conspiracy theory. He believes that Jubilee set up Jordan Peterson to make him look bad. It can't just be that Jordan Peterson is just Jordan Peterson. So, to sort of counter his point, I'm going to point out the many jump cuts in this video. So jump cut is basically an abrupt cut in the video. So whenever you're watching the video and it basically skips instantly to a wide angle, a close-up angle, just a different angle, all of a sudden you see the picture jump, that's a jump cut, right? So I'm going to point these out, and you're going to understand why I'm doing this in a second.
Answer the question, are you a Christian or not? It's quite simple. I don't have to tell you. What? Are we doing a debate or not? Are there presuppositions? Are we going to define the parameter? It's ridiculous.
You don't have to tell me. I was under the impression I was invited to talk to a Christian. Am I not talking to a Christian?
No, you were invited to.
I think
That's a jump cut.
everyone should look at the.
That's a jump cut right there. Now here's the question. What did the producer...
So I'm going to play this back without saying jump every time there's a jump cut, just so you can see the raw video. And I want you to see if you can pick out why it is that he's so focused on pointing out that, oh, that was a jump cut, as if the entire video is not filled with jump cuts. What is so special about this particular jump cut? Ooh, we figured it out. The Jubilee is trying to make Jordan Peterson, who's a well-known guy, to be very smart and totally not crazy, and he totally doesn't cry all the time. He's totally not a wuss who goes around talking about masculinity, right? That's totally not true, right? So it must be Jubilee that's somehow sabotaging him. Right.
You have to tell me. I was under the impression I was invited to talk to a Christian. Am I not talking to a Christian?
No, you were invited to.
I think
That's a jump cut.
everyone should look at the.
That's a jump cut right there. Now here's the question. What did the producers actually invite these people on to do? Because Jordan Peterson says no.
To talk to a Christian. Am I not talking to a Christian?
No, you were invited to.
I think everyone should look at the title.
There was more to what Jordan Peterson was going to say right there. And this guy's, let me play it for you.
No, you were invited to.
So, in fairness, because I'm not a propagandist like Tim Pool is or Jordan Peterson is, or frankly the liberal that he's debating right now is, I will acknowledge that although the way he did it, where he's just like, oh, that's a jump cut, that was bad because the whole video is filled with jump cuts. So saying that that's a jump cut, like the way he says it is as if that's a unique thing. Like the whole video, you don't see anything, and then there's a jump cut. Like it's the revelation shouldn't be that there's a jump cut. It should be pointing out, which he's doing now after the fact, pointing out that they cut off what he was saying. So if I were doing the video, my thing would not be immediately to say, oh, that was a jump cut. My thing would be to say immediately, like, they cut him off. Right? Because that's the issue that he's trying to make a point of. The issue is that Jordan Peterson was responding, and presumably he was going to say what they were invited for, So that would verify, what was this debate supposed to be about versus what it ended up actually being. Because if it's a Christian versus whatever, and then he's not a Christian, then that might be problematic. So the question is, did he actually get to complete what he was saying? Or did the person he is debating cut him off and say what he says here? Right? It could go either way. And I'm leaning towards perhaps he did say something like, the reason for the debate is something different. So I would be curious. I would be curious, and I would wonder if there might actually be a little bit of a cover up, shall we say, in terms of, I wouldn't go as deep as Tim Pool and say they were trying to make Jordan Peterson look bad, although I'm sure for entertainment value, that was a consideration. Not to set him up, but just, it's not a matter of setting him up. Like, inviting Jordan Peterson on and having decent people is not setting him up. It's just, Jordan Peterson's a buffoon, right? It's kind of like me inviting Donald Trump on my channel. Like, that would never happen, of course, but like me inviting Donald Trump on my channel and I'm like setting him up. I wouldn't be setting him up. I guarantee you, if he was on my channel, he would say the most bizarre things and I would call him out and he would look stupid because he does and says stupid things, not because I set him up. I wouldn't come with some kind of clever, like, oh, I'm going to trap him or whatever. No, I would just allow him to speak. And then when he says nonsense, I would press him on it, which reveals that it's nonsense. And you would see him squirming around and trying to change the topic. And I would highlight that. But again, that's not me, like, I'm trying to make Trump look bad. No, it's just Trump being Trump, right? This is Jordan Peterson being Jordan Peterson. However, two things can be true. They could not be trying to set him up, but maybe, for whatever reason, they titled it as, or the thing was Christian versus atheist, and maybe someone made an assumption that he's a Christian. I mean, he acts like it, right? So they maybe made an assumption, and they screwed up. They didn't do the background check. They didn't ask him to confirm. And then it kind of got awkward. Maybe that's what they cut out. It kind of got awkward. Like maybe he read out what it said, but I don't know why that would be worthy of cutting out, because if it says Christian versus, actually I'm thinking about that now. So if they titled the video Christian versus atheist, and Jordan Peterson is acting as if, no, that's not what this is about, then that would mean that Jordan Peterson was about to say something contrary to that this was Christian versus atheist. Because that's what the other guy is saying. The other guy is saying, isn't this Christian versus atheist? So if Jordan Peterson is disagreeing, that means he's about to say something that contradicts that. So the only way that would be possible is, I guess we'd have to go with Tim Pool's setup strategy, because that would mean that whatever they told Jordan Peterson doesn't match what they told the atheists. So, and this is just what happens when you just follow the facts, you follow the logic. I'm not trying to like make Tim Pool look bad or make Jordan Peterson look bad, make the right wing look bad or the left wing look bad. I'm just going where the truth takes me. That's always my perspective. It's not I'm part of the right wing tribe or the left wing tribe or the enlightened centrist tribe. I'm part of the truth tribe, right? And the truth is that when I take time to actually evaluate all the evidence, I would say there's a good amount of evidence to suggest that there's something a little shady going on at Jubilee. Again, I don't think it's at the level of like they were trying to set up Jordan Peterson, because you don't have to do that really. It's Jordan Peterson, right? But there might be some screw ups on their side, and they might be trying to cover up what they did. But then again, like I said, what was Jordan Peterson about to say? And he was looking at something. Was there something that he had that maybe they sent him that identifies what the debate's about? And does that thing disagree with what this guy was saying? But how would that be possible? Like if he has the thing there, I would presume it's something that they were given at the event. So doesn't the liberal guy have the same? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I would be curious to know what the details are. I won't want to jump to conclusions, but I will I will concede that this looks a little bit shady.
I think everyone should look at the title of the YouTube channel. You're probably in the wrong YouTube video,
You're really quite something, you are.
aren't I? But you're really quite.
Helen Hadsell was able to win any competition she took part in. She was known as the contest queen because she had won 7 trips to Paris, boats, houses.
Quite nothing, right? You're not a Christian.
Okay, I'm done with him.
So I will say, look, man, if someone were to ask me, we are.
I don't know, man. The fact that it seems to me that Jordan Peterson is a person who doesn't have the strength to stand up to criticism because, okay, the kid was getting a little bit, smart ass-ish, but who the hell cares? Jordan Peterson is supposed to be I'm a man and be a man and men should be man and masculinity, right? If you're a real man, right, why do you care that this kid is being a smartass? Right? I mean, even if you feel the need to shut him down because it's kind of a respect thing, because look how young he is. He's a baby compared to Jordan Peterson, right? And if you go back to traditional values, he should be showing this guy respect. This is his elder, right? But I think even in that realm, it's kind of like, hey, cut it out. Let's stick to the topic and whatever. Like, I'm not trying to like, oh, off with your head. Or, I'm done with you. Like, I'm not running away from you. I'm not like, oh, let's shut the conversation down because you're being a smartass. Right? If you're gonna call him out. But continue to debate. I mean, obviously, don't let him go to an extreme. I mean, he said Jordan Peterson is nothing, and like this guy, what Jordan Peterson, multi-millionaire, has a massive following, so much tremendous success, compared to this little kid. Like, who the hell cares? This kid thinks you're nothing. Like, that's irrelevant. Now, if he's gonna go and insult your daughter and say your wife's prostitute or something like that, right? If he's gonna go to that level, but something as easy as like, oh, you're nothing, like that's where you're like, I'm out. This conversation is over. No one ever can call me nothing. How dare you call me nothing, you little peepsqueak. So I don't know, man. Like, me personally, if I were in this debate and it was some right winger and they said you're nothing, or it was a left winger that said I'm nothing, I don't even think I would acknowledge it. It's not even harsh enough that it registers a like, okay, is this guy crossing a line? Do I need to put him in his place? No, in back of my mind, I might briefly for a split second think this guy is getting a little bit of he's getting a little attitude right now. But that's so tiny and so relevant. And that's the thing. The kind of masculinity that people like Jordan Peterson talk about, there's no way that something as light as you're nothing should even faze him, right? Like, how does that faze someone who is writing books about men being men? Like, come on, guy. Anyway, this is the Debate Me channel. Debate me in the comment section below. Click on the like button, subscribe, smash that bell.